you probably wonder, why should you believe this story? I get it. Trusting someone online, it's kind of risky, right? There are always too many promises, too many wins, quick solutions, right? It doesn't feel real. But this is not a highlight reel. This is raw. This is for real. This is my story. By the end of this video, you will see how someone like me, a 50 plus old Spoonie, completely changed my life. With zero skills, zero experience, and living with chronic pain. That is very limited energy. And I had a lot of fear, but I did it. And maybe, just maybe, you realize it's not too late for you either. You can make a change in your life so you can have the dream life you want. So stick till the end. Before I started this, I was in survival mode. I was simply doing that, surviving. I lived with chronic pain for so long, and I was eating painkillers the whole day, and I was walking on crutches. I looked like this in the mornings. I couldn't even move my hands. That was my life. And I was counting my spoons to have some kind of energy and see how I could manage my energy, right? And I was counting my days to something, anything could change this. You see, I wasn't a tech expert and I wasn't an influencer. I was just a simple woman living as a Spoonie with my pain, and I didn't know what to do. I just didn't want to waste any more of my time just to wait to a permission to start living my life, not just being alive. Then something broke inside of me one day, not in a bad way, more like a crack where the light kind of seeped in, right? That was the day that I said to myself, I'm gonna stop surviving and just start living my life, right? So stay with me. Let us walk this road together, step by step. And maybe, just maybe, my story will actually hit something in you that make you realize that you are in the same position and you also are about to start living your life, not settling by being alive. It's all about taking that first step to start. So that brings me to shift number 1, going from doubt to belief. I didn't believe in myself at first. Oh no, you should know all the bad things I told myself. I was too old, I was too ugly, it was too late, I didn't have the energy. The list could go on and on of all the bad things I told myself. I thought success was reserved for the young and beautiful, or the smarter people, or those who already have their stuff got together, right? But that's not the truth. That was in my head. But I am a very stubborn woman, so I started anyway, with no skills, and quite frankly, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't tell anyone because I was so scared of failing. And yes, I failed, and I failed a lot. Sometimes I felt like I was just running around in circles. But one day, something shifted in my mindset. All the failures wasn't just failures. It was a way for me to take the next step to success. It was a training, not continue doing that thing that makes you fail. You learn something, then you take the next step. You see, each tiny win, each little click, every time people downloaded something of my products, every time I helped someone else, that small things, that mattered. That was the time that I actually found my program that I have been leaning on and learning all these little steps, one step at a time. It taught me everything on how to run my online business, how to run on automation, which is crucial for people with pain. It taught me how to build an email list. It taught me everything that I needed to know to start my business. And I felt like, yay, I can do this. It's so simple to follow. And if you are interested in knowing more about this program, I leave the link down below. So just grab it. It's a free formula blueprint, and it can lead you to your next step in your life, right? So when I was going through this program, I was learning and earning at the same time. I learned all these small steps that took me to the momentum. I learned that my age or my Spoonie condition wasn't a weakness. No, it was wisdom disguised as experience. And it was like a muscle. And we all know that muscle needs training, because if you don't train a muscle, it just fades out, right? It's the same here. You need to train. And that's why I start seeing failures as something good, because every failure I had was a step to the next thing, so I can train my brain to go on my journey. That, believe me, didn't happen overnight. Absolutely not. I needed to train my brain every single day. And that brings us to shift number 2, from fear to courage. The truth, well, fear was my biggest obstacle. Not lack of money, not lack of time, just fear of failing again. I didn't even tell people what I was doing because I was so scared of what they would say, if they would judge me. Silly, I know. But fear loses its power when you stop fighting it and start moving just beside it. You see, I found support in other people who has walked the same path as I did. And that I got from the program. We have a community, and there are so many people in that community. And we have live trainings. And I started asking questions, even when I felt silly. Because if I didn't know, how could I learn? And that's the good thing, being an absolute beginner. And slowly I started to realize it's not about perfection. It's about progress. Every tiny action, no matter how small it is, boosted my confidence. Every day I showed up, I rewrote the story how I saw myself. Heck, I even got the confidence to start my own community, Profit and Peace. We are all Spoonies in there, so if you are interested in knowing more about Profit and Peace, I'll leave the link down below so you can grab it too. And be around people who gets you. So if you are scared right now, remember this. You're not broken. You're just in the beginning to start your new life, to make it change. Because if you don't make it change, nothing will happen. If you don't do anything about it, in 10 years from now, you will be in the exact same position that you are today. And that's not what we want. And that leads us to shift number 3, from struggle to momentum. You know that feeling when something just clicks? That's what's starting to happen. I realized that success wasn't for everyone else. It wasn't built on being extraordinary, right? It was built on showing up, being me, being authentic, because no one else can be me. Every post you post, every video you record, every system you learn, each one stacks on top on the other. Until suddenly you just turn around and see you built something. You built something sustainable, something real. You see, as a control freak I am, I stopped being obsessed of all the things that I couldn't control. And I stopped thinking I had to do everything right. And started focusing on doing it. Done is better than perfect. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to find your gentle rhythm on your journey with your body. Work with your body, not against your body. One spoon at a time, one step at a time. That's the rhythm that changed my life. And that brings us to shift number 4. From surviving to living. Somewhere along the way, I realized I wasn't surviving anymore. I actually started living my life. That woman who once said, I can't do this, now says, well, I'm trying. And gosh knows that I'm trying, because As for now, I'm actually living on Bali 6 months a year, healing my body. And the other 6 months a year, I go back to Sweden when it's warm, not the cold winter time. And then I can meet up with my friends and my family, making memories with them. That was a huge change. You see, I always talk about these three freedoms, right? It's time freedom, it's location freedom, and it's financial freedom. And I want to show you that it's possible. I want to give you hope. I want to be your hope dealer because I am the living proof of you can do this. You just need to take that first step. Every small little step I took from day number one led me to where I am today. It led me to freedom. It led me to peace. It led me to purpose. And it led me to be able to help other people. You see, I have a mission here in life. I want to help 1,111 other people to start building their dream life, to start their own online business, so they can start living instead of just being alive. Are you one of those? Well, don't forget, I leave the link down below to the program that got me started and then can help you get started too. Read it, make an educated decision if this one is for you too. If you have any questions, just drop them in comments and I will help you out. You're not too old, you're not too late, and you have just enough energy to start living your life on your terms. The only failure that doesn't lead to anything is not to start. I have a saying that I love very much, and it's quitters never win, and winners never quit. That's something to think about. So, my friend, this was my story. Now I'm curious to hear yours. What's that one little step that you are scared to take? Just tell me in the comments and we take it on together, because change doesn't start with a skill. It starts with a choice. If you got some value out of this video, please consider to hit the subscribe button, because it's not for the algorithm's sake, it's for you. So you don't miss out any of my videos on this channel where I talk about everything about starting your own online business as a Spoonie, as mental training, but also how you can start living your life, not just being alive. YouTube picked out the perfect next video for you. Before you watch that one, don't forget, download your Freedom Formula Blueprint from the link in the description down below. Until we meet again, toodaloo.